Hello everyone, it's Leo and July is finally here. That means new episode titles for you and IDOL PRECURE, and after some very eventful episodes, it seems we are getting into a more chill era of the season. We have been dealing with some pretty heavy plot episodes since episode 16, so it's been a good chunk of very important episodes for the season, which is very unusual for Precure to have so many of them so close to each other. So this is a very good thing. And girl, this arc was stellar in my opinion. And now we are going to go onto a more of a chill type of month with episodes that seem to be very fun. Obviously, we are still dealing with the Zukun kiss storyline in a more of a comedic way. But okay, let's talk about the episode titles and then a little bit of the info that we have on them. Episode 22, which is this weekend, is called IDOL PRECURE versus Zukun Kiss. A very interesting title. We're going to start a rivalry here, and that makes me very excited. We also have the title for episode 23 that is going to be called This Is My Autograph. And this is the return of Kaito as a character in the show. It's been a while since he appeared. We're going to talk about why. And then we have an episode about Mr. Tanaka. Episode 24 is going to be called Tanaka's Summer Vacation. Very nice. And then we finally have her, the return of a Nana episode. Episode 25 is called Winking in the Sunflower Field. I have summer vibes in my mind because episode 24 is going to be a summer episode, and episode 25, Winking in the Sunflower Field, which is obviously going to be a Nana episode because she is Wink, and I'm very excited. So let's talk about the episodes that we have and the details that we know about the episodes. So let's start with IDOL PRECURE versus Zukun Kiss. This is obviously going to be a very comedic episode. And in this episode, we're going to have Pretty Holic being in the center again. And we're going to have the new items from Pretty Holic, from Zukun and Kiss. And those items are going to be part of a new Pretty Holic campaign that Zukun Kiss are going to be part of. But then we're going to have a face-off between IDOL PRECURE and Zukun Kiss in the Pretty Holic campaign. And then Merodon will notice that Purirun is acting as her usual self, and then she will come up with a proposal. We already know that in this episode, they're going to have a bake-off. They're going to have like a baking competition or something. So maybe this is Merodon's idea. And girl, this is going to be funny. I don't know how they're going to do it because they're fairies. But maybe Kure Zukun and Kure Kiss are going to bake. What's going to happen? I'm confused, but I'm also curious. And then we also have a little summary for episode 23 that is called This Is My Autograph. After the arc that was very serious concerning the story of Zukun Kiss and the memories from Purirun, we're back to idol activities. And one of the things that they're going to do in this episode is signing. This time around, the IDOL PRECURE are going to sign posters for their fans. But Uta, Nana, and Kokoro, they have never signed autographs before. Same for Merodon and Purirun. And so they are going to train their signatures. We already have their signatures in the promo images of the show, but in the show itself, it never appeared. So it might appear for the first time. But then, while they are training, news break that Hibiki Kaito is resuming his music activities. We learned in episode 4 that Hibiki Kaito is a very, very famous idol. He is a nationwide known name, but he was on hiatus. He took a little break to study more and to train more and to be a little bit more perfect in his singing, and now he is going to come back to his idol activities. And this also marks the return of Kaito as kind of a character in the show, because it's been a while since he appeared in UN Idol Precure. He has been appearing more in merch lately, but now he's going to come back to the show as well. We don't really know the role that Kaito is going to play in this episode, but it's important to remember that he interacted with the girls in episode 4, and then he only interacted with Uta in episode 10 or 11, if I'm not mistaken, the Trio Dreams episode. After that, he only appeared by, paying attention to what the girls were doing and watching them from afar. And he still doesn't know Kokoro. He doesn't know Puriran or Maruran either, because, well, they're fairies and Kaito is a regular human, as far as we know. And he doesn't know Kokoro, and I wonder how Kokoro will react when she learns that the girls know who Kaito is and have interacted with him before. This is going to be an interesting aspect of this episode, I feel like, because Kokoro hasn't met him yet, and we do not see Kokoro talking about him or dealing with him in general. Another episode that we're going to have is a Tanaka episode, Tanakan to be more specific, which is his fairy form. Well, this is the name of the episode. So we do not know if it's going to be focused on Tanakan or Tanaka, but it doesn't matter. Tanaka seems to finally have a moment of his own. And this seems to be the summer episode that almost every season brings to the table. We know very little about him, and I feel like he is kind of a contrapoint to another side of the show, which is the villains, and especially Zakuri, because Tanaka is Tanaka. Not really Tanaka, but Tanaka is a professional. He is a producer, and not only a producer, he's a manager. And he has been working, but he hasn't been overworked. He hasn't been extremely busy. And we have Zakuri, who has been suffering a lot because he's been working by himself. And we do not have titles related to the villains, at least not here. But I wonder if we're going to have some sort of breakdown as to Zakuri's place in the show, because he has been suffering. We've seen the girls deal with Cuddy already, and I wonder if we're going to see Cuddy. I would love to see Cuddy again, because I just love his character. I love how he has been purified. I love how happy he was after he was purified. I just want to see him being a fan, especially since we're having an Idol episode this month. The girls signing autographs, like the Idol activities are going to return this month as well. So this is going to be very exciting. We're going to have the girls recording a new campaign for Pretty Holic as well. So I really hope we see Cuddy in one form or another. And we also have the return of a Nana episode. The last time we had a Nana episode was in episode 9, which is still to this day one of my favorite episodes of the season. I am crazy about this episode, and I wonder if the new episode is going to be as iconic as episode 9. Oh my god, I'm crazy about episode 9. But this time they mention a sunflower field. I feel like this also ties into the summer feeling, to the idea of summer. But I wonder what it's going to be about. It's very hard to know. I believe this is going to be kind of related to the fact that she's a pianist. I feel like every time they bring up Nana as a character who has to be focused on, they bring this up. But that's why I like episode 9 so much. It brought up very different aspects of her personality that we haven't seen before. So I enjoyed that perspective on Nana a lot. And so I like the idea of not bringing, oh my god, I love piano, I play the piano that much every time. But if that's something that they want to go for her character in terms of end goal of the season, like, okay, I'm going to finish the season by trying to fulfill the dream of being a pianist and, keep on training, keep on being it, that's probably going to be brought back into the show. I wonder where this will lead us in this episode. But I'm very excited because we finally have another Nana episode. I just want to see her wearing pigtails again. She should hit Purirun with her pigtails once more, with her twin tails once more. Girl, that moment was a moment that I will never forget. Like, girl, come on. This is Precure history. This is Precure history. And the dead Purirun, also, that joke. And everyone was looking like, what the hell is going on here? Even Q-chan is looking. Anyways, babies, this is it. Those are the episodes that we're going to have for July. As I said, I feel like this is going to be a month that is going to be very chill. This is going to be a happy month for you and Idol because we need that after the last few episodes that were tough, that were hard, and that were painful. I was suffering up until the end of episode 16. I was suffering. And now I feel like we can be happy again. At the same time, there is something that we need to remember. Purirun has sacrificed her memories with Uta, but a miracle happened and her memories are back. And so the sacrifice was nullified. But there was another sacrifice. And we don't know what this sacrifice was. There's only one person who knows. This person is Madoron's voice actor, Miharu Hanai. Obviously the writers and the producers, obviously. But, you know, in terms of voice actors, she is the only one who knows what Madoron has sacrificed. I'm scared. And I believe this is not going to be touched on for now. But I also believe that this is going to play a very important role in the story. If I were to bet, I believe this is going to be a huge key for the power-up of the girls. Because in the microphone, Cure Kiss is the one who says the line of the power-up. So I believe maybe Madoron is going to be the key for the power-up. And her sacrifice is going to be played at that moment. Or maybe at the end of the season. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter because July is the month for us to relax. Because what a story we've been having. What a drama we've been having. And this little thing right here is going to keep terrorizing the girls. And I am living for it. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team helping me with this content. Thank you very much. And also the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very, very much for your support. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching and until next time.